what's like mistakes that you see in young writer scripts that are like most common? Like just an aspect of writing that a lot of young writers don't get or have trouble with at first.
There's probably a couple of things. I see sometimes that people don't take the time to do the research they need into the world they want to write about. It's really not good to come into class with a first act, let's say, or an outline. And if I want to ask you a question about how doctors would really do that, and you say, I haven't looked into it yet, don't write it until you've looked into it. I've had people write cop shows where cops do things you can't do. It doesn't work that way, right? Oh, well, I didn't know that. Well, you're writing a cop show. Go figure out what happens the day after they shoot somebody. They don't just go back to their desk. There's all kinds of stuff that happens. I'm trying to think. I've always had examples of that, or people who do different things, or they have doctors do different things. I'm like, that's not how a hospital works. Didn't you pay attention to that? Have you ever been to a hospital? You can't do that. You must know. You must be the expert in the room when you have brought in a story about a certain time or place. I laughed because I had someone once who was writing a piece that took place in the 70s, and she had the parents strap their child into the car seat before putting them in the car. And I stopped and I said, did you research the history of car seats? Do you know that they didn't start until the mid-'80s? In the 70s, you strapped your kid into a seatbelt, if you bothered with that at all, because not all cars had seatbelts. She had no idea. She thought since there had been car seats since her childhood, they had always existed. And I was like, I now know that you didn't do your homework. I'm not going to hire a writer onto my show who didn't take the time to look into the period they were writing about. So you got to do your research. I think that's probably the biggest mistake I see.